Y'all, so this reading is for Sagittarius. How y'all doing? I hope that you're doing very well. So I will tell you that this was not a planned reading. I knew that I had to do a Sagittarius through a Pisces at some point soon. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take my time with it. But this has been screaming at me for like an hour. So the song Girl, You Really Got Me, or You Really Got Me by Van Halen has been screaming in my head. So I had that song in my head, and then I also had I Want to Know by Whitney Houston in my head. So when I got into the meditation, though, prior to the reading, because like I said, I wasn't really sure if I was going to do y'all's reading today or not, but it was screaming at me, do Sagittarius, do Sagittarius. And the song kept playing. Anyways, thank you for whoever's hitting the like button. I appreciate it. But I was really called to do your reading, and I wasn't planning on it, and it's very distracting. So whenever it gets that intense, it means I gotta do it. Anyways, the call to attention, call to arms, call. It's a calling. Anyways, some of y'all might be receiving important phone calls at this time, or at least being put into the right direction. I also had a reference from Daniel in the Lion's Den. That reference was given to me in my meditation, and I actually saw the lion's den being the lion's mouth. They presented to me the strength card. You could have Leo in your chart, or could be dealing with a Leo, or have very intense fifth house placements. Anyways, because I saw the jaws of a lion opening up, and I saw people walking out of it and going straight towards their mark. So I feel like that during the month of April, excuse me, during the month of April, that incense is going right in my face. Do you see it? You do see it. Okay. During the month of April, I do feel like that there is going to be this call to attention. You're going to know exactly when to make the right move, Sagittarius. Don't get it twisted. I feel like that y'all are going to be able to make the right moves at the right time for the best possible outcome for yourselves. I feel like that for some of you, you manifested this, though. It's kind of like when this shift, for some of you, you requested this shift to happen in your life. And as you have received this shift, for a lot of you, I feel like that it's massive personal development on some way, whether it's extreme development in your if I could talk, extreme development in your love life, or if it's extreme development, for some of you, it's physical changes. It's not just emotional changes, it's physical changes, but it's all very good. Physical as in all around you. Some of you, it could be your lifestyle, as well as just things really going smoothly for you, but you had to go through trials to get to where you're at. You had to go through trials to get to where you're at. So it's kind of like Sagittarius, now is a time to truly appreciate all the hard work that you've put in and know that you have escaped the lion's den. So the lion's den is actually like when it's used as a metaphor. Usually it means like you've survived circumstances that had to deal with other people where it wasn't exactly in your favor, but through your hard work and perseverance, you were able to overcome it. Anyways, you were able to get past, the negative thinking, the negative naysayers and whatnot. And for some of you, it was you against you, but you've moved past it. So what's going on for the month of April? I see an old school car. It's like that, oh shoot, what is that car from Harry Potter, the flying car? It's like an older style car. Anyways, I feel like that for some of you, you could be receiving, whenever I get something that's notably old, it's usually things from the past are coming back around. It could be someone in a blue car, Sagittarius. Wait. I'm going to show you what that was. Do you see what that says? That says the Watcher. The Watcher. And that was a very obviously blue card. Anyways, go ahead and pull some cards for the month of April for this very impromptu, unexpected reading. Obviously, someone needs to hear it. For Sagittarius, okay. I don't really want to take that, but I'm being told to, so I'm going to take it. Two more. Please watch the Scorpio reading. I actually was told to say fear at the end, and it's either face everything and rise, or that, that saying, face everything and rise. I think Papa Roach made a song about it. Anyways, we have hyena. Number 38, then we have strategy, red fox. From fear to strategy to intuition. Wow, that's actually beautiful. Threes are important here. We have 38, 3, and 37. Oh, let's go ahead and dig into this. So let's talk about hyena. some of y'all, a lot of the lessons that you've learned, you had to do it by yourself, whether it was through your own intuition or whether it was through like seeking help outside of you, but actually during doing the work alone. I feel like that you have been doing this for some time. I also feel like that during the month of April, I feel like that you're shifting from black and white to color. Okay, just like the seasons change. Not just with New Year's, like whether it's the astrological New Year, but it's also the beginning of spring has been happening for some time now. And I feel like from spring to summer, 'cause I'm hearing spring has sprung. I feel like from spring to summertime, there's going to be this massive, some of y'all are already feeling it. So like everything I'm saying is just confirmation. Well, that's good. It doesn't mean, excuse me. My guides are pulling me back. Oh my God, are those lions or are those hyenas? Those are hyenas, but those are zebras too. Some of y'all may be feeling super, I use these cards all the time, by the way, and I don't get called to say this unless I'm told to say this. Some of y'all could be feeling more connected to your animals at this time, or spending time with your animals would be good for you, especially if it's any kind of animal. Holy crap, I was going to say, especially a feline, though, because I have the cat card out. Anyways, but it's kind of like no more black and white. Now it's time to be colorful. For some of you, the reason why this fear card is out is because in the past, maybe every single time that you would excel, it's kind of like 10 steps forward, 5 steps back. 10 steps forward, 5 steps back. For some of you, that's the cycle that you were in. Every single time you would leap forward some area of, like, let's say you were excelling in work. And then in your love life, it would, like, something weird will happen in your love life. You excel in your love life, then something, it's kind of like everything going forward at the same time is happening now for you, Sagittarius. So there's nothing to be afraid of, is what my guides are saying. My guides are saying, sit in this energy and flourish, flourish, flourish. Anyways, wow, thank y'all so much for the likes. I appreciate it. I hope that y'all are doing really well. And keep in mind, this can resonate with any Sagittarius placement whatsoever. Now for hyena. For the month of April for Sagittarius, we have the 5 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. Oh my gosh, isn't that funny? I said 10 steps forward and then 5 steps back, and I just thought it was funny. Anyways, the Magician. Yes. And for a lot of you, okay, like anything that comes up this month, I'm just saying that there's a large possibility that could come up. It could be something simple. It could be breaking a nail, for goodness sakes. Anything that comes up that tries to tempt you or persuade you to go backwards, it's kind of like, even if you do accidentally slip back into it, like whether it's a bad habit that is external to you that you were doing, that's like a physical habit, or if it's a mental habit, don't stress out about it. The best thing to do, holy crap, that's beautiful. Yeah, the best thing to do is just to leave it in the past and move forward. So we have the 5 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. You can see that, okay. The 5 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, the Magician, the World, the Page of Swords, and the Star. We have Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, Gemini, Virgo energy. And then we have the 5 of Swords, Page of Wands, 2 of Swords, and the King of Wands. Okay, so Sagittarius, I feel like that during the month of April, I feel like that you won't be able to see the things that are coming in if you do make your, so like, let's say it is a bad habit. So let's say, for some of you, you are hooked on someone from the past and you've finally shaken them off. This is a good example. So some of y'all were waiting for someone to come back. You kept hoping, sit and wait and wishing. That's what I'm being told to say, for someone to come back from the past. And so because of that, it's kind of like, let's say you're getting hints of that energy, but it doesn't exactly make you feel good anymore when you think about that person. You know what I mean? It doesn't make you, doesn't exactly excite you. Now, I feel like that you guys are trying to explain, instead of getting upset with it, it's kind of like, because you feel like that you wasted some time on it. Let's say it's not, why am I having a hard time talking over myself? Usually whenever that happens, it's because the energies are coming in too quick for my body to be able to register it. So pardon me. And usually it means quick changes. And I do feel like that it's going to be quick changes because you're not even hitting the 6, 7, 8, 9. You're going from the 5 to the 10 to the Magician. From a 5 to a 10 to a 1. So whenever that happens, it means quick progression. Oh, yeah. And I do feel like that when it comes to anything from the past or anything that used to trip you up, I feel like during the month of April, you're just gonna drop it. You're just gonna drop it immediately. You're not gonna waste your time on it, because a lot of you have mastered and realized that if you take any time to try to figure it out, unless it's like some deep wound that you need to heal, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying if it's some like annoying energy, is some kind of like pest of an energy. I don't know why I'm being told to say that. Some kind of pest of an energy. Could very well be an individual is trying to manifest you and you realize that. Anyways, again, yeah, it could definitely be someone that's trying to manifest you. Holy crap. Ace of Swords and the Two of Cups. Anyways, I feel like that there's no reason to be afraid. I feel like that if you leave the past in the past and you choose to move forward, I feel like that you'd be surprised. I also feel like that, I say surprised because of the Magician and the Star card. It always reminds me of kind of like an extra oomph energy from the universe. I also feel like that Sagittarius, don't allow something, first of all, y'all are stronger than this. I feel like that for some of you in the past, you may have surrendered your willpower to a situation where you were taken advantage of, and it took you some time to move away from it and heal from it. But the energy rises up every now and then, causing that conflict, which causes a kind of like almost like a stutter or a bump in the road when it comes to receiving your manifestations or allowing your manifestations to flow free. That cycle is done. That cycle is done. Some of y'all, it's like your solar plexus is popping. Thank you. Did you see how it was kind of like I was going forward, going back, going forward, going back, and then it finally like charged right the fuck through? Thank you, guys. Anyways, and I feel like that's what's happening for you. I feel like that you should expect communication, especially when you're shining bright. You tend to receive, when I say shining bright, I mean like because you're putting that focus and that energy on yourself. Yeah, the Empress was right there. Anyways, you're putting that focus and that energy on yourself. You're not allowing yourself to go backwards and worry about this person. Well, this person, I feel this person's energy. I feel like this person's going to contact me. I feel like it's like you're to the point where you're like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, it's kind of like you're not going to sit here and give yourself away or give your time away spending it on an energy that just stresses you out, because instead of figuring it out, you're just letting it be. And that's exactly what you're meant to do. Now let's go ahead and move to strategy. Pardon me. The name Doug is coming up. The name Doug. I don't think I've ever met a Doug in my life. And if I have no idea who it is. But the name Doug. Anyways, moving forward. For strategy, Red Fox. Some of y'all are very intuitive and you used to get, sorry, this ring is driving me crazy. Some of you are very intuitive and you used to get super frustrated whenever you would feel that, like if it's someone, especially if they did you wrong or if you've given them many chances to like redeem themselves. If you're intuitive, you feel their energy and your energy, and that's why you would get frustrated, or you're intuitive, empathic, what have you, but you would get frustrated because you would feel their energy. Now you have learned the strategy and the strategy around not paying attention to it, which is great. It's helped you with manifesting, right? But for you, it's kind of like, I don't feel like that you whatever. I don't feel like that you fully realize how much you've grown and how much you've learned in this process. I feel like that for some of you, you still think that you're in the lion's den. Let's get to strategy though for Sagittarius. Strategy for Sagittarius. Whew. That song is coming up from the beginning. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, baby, won't ya? Now I have Dance the Night Away. That's not the song I got at the beginning. I don't know why I'm getting so many Van Halen songs. Anyways. Oh, there was two there. I didn't know that. So, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Pentacles upright. Five of Swords. Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. It's on the bottom. Sagittarius, I think you know now when to hold them and when to fold them. And all I got to say is that there's going to be people as you begin to shine bright. This isn't to put you in a fearful state of mind. You're out of the lion's den, but I feel like that closer to the, excuse me, if I can get it on my mouth, the 20th, 20th of April, the week of the 20th to like the 28th or something like that. I feel like that there's going to be energies that might come to disrupt you and take you off their path if they haven't already happened already. I feel like that it's going to be older energies, but I feel like that you have moved past it. The best thing to do is not expose everything at once, is what my guides are saying. The best thing to do is to not show everything at once. So it's kind of like when you're playing a poker game, you don't show your cards all at once, right? No, you keep them to yourself for a while. And I feel like that you're being called to do that. I also feel like that there is, excuse me one second. The number 53 is sticking out. For some of you, it's past pains of a loved one. So if it's not someone that's physical, specifically about the strategy card, about things coming back from the past that can drag you down, I feel like that for some of you, if you already healed it and processed it, you'd know. Don't allow it to bring you backwards. I also feel like that there's going to be some tensions rising. I have "And the Black Smoke Rises" by oh gosh, Greta Van Fleet in my head. I do feel like that if negative things come your way, I feel like the best thing to do is stay in your lane and don't reveal all your cards. The best thing to do at this current time, obviously, like if someone's being an asshole and trying to like bring you down, stand up for yourself, right? But if you don't have to prove a point, don't prove a point. Okay, is what I'm being told to say. If you don't have to prove anything, don't prove anything. You just do you, because it's kind of like things are working out in your favor to come true on their own. On the bottom of this deck, we do have truth, by the way. I meant to show you that. So it's kind of like the truth is coming out and you don't have to do anything. The best thing for you to do is sit back and relax. And that's the strategy for this month. I also feel like that by keeping your hands, excuse me, I have Alanis Morissette in my head. And you've washed your hands clean of this. Huh. And you've washed your hands clean of this. Anyways, I feel like that, again, if you've already washed your hands clean of this, if you've already sat there and you have processed whatever you need to process, there's no point at going down a dead end again, is what I'm being told to say. So be cautious of this. Like I said, around the 20th of April, if this hasn't happened already, I feel like it's going to happen closer to the 20th. But it's kind of like, instead of getting in your head about it, like this, you have two options. You can get in your head about it, and you can stress yourself out, which I feel like the majority of you are not going to. I feel like exactly with the Emperor popping up on the bottom. Yeah, I feel like that the majority of you are going to handle it the correct way, and you're not going to allow whatever is coming up to, it's kind of like, I gave this example recently for another sign, I forgot who, but I do feel like that you've already put the effort in to move past it. Don't sit here and show your cards if you don't have to show your cards. But what was that example? Like, you know, when it's like a 10-headed snake and you cut a head off and two more grow in its place, but you have to get to the root of it. I feel like that you've already, like fucking weeds. Thank you. Anyways, but I do feel like that, like weeds is what I mean. Like it grows back. I feel like that, like old habits grow back, especially when you've already canceled them out and cleared them out and you've healed it. So it's kind of like if you choose to feed into it, it'll grow. If you choose not to feed into it and hold your own energy, especially something about, give me a better word than that, please. Especially with like being showboaty is what they're saying, or showing off a little bit. Okay, so I know what they're talking about. So nothing wrong with this though, especially if it's someone that hurts you. But for some of y'all, it's like there's someone, we're moving on to intuition, cat. For some of y'all, there's someone who hurt you from the past that keeps popping back up in some way, shape, or form, whether in your physical realm or in your energetic realm. And your guides have been trying to explain to you to just don't show them a damn thing. You don't owe them a goddamn thing, is what my guides are saying. You don't owe them a thing. And the best thing for you to do when it comes to that situation is to just not feed into it at all, not interact with it at all, not show up for it at all, not communicate with it at all, right? And so your guides are trying to explain that to you as well. For some of you, it's like whoever is feeding off your energy, whenever they do it, it's because, wow, feeding off your emotions could be someone that you did have a romantic connection with. But if you've already healed it and processed it, don't sit here and give it any attention. Give that attention to yourself instead. Oh, they're checking out my social media again. Oh, they're doing this again. Oh, they're calling again, but all they want to do is waste my time. Turn your phone off. My guys are saying, turn your motherfucking phone off. Anyways, sorry, they're showing me Kevin Hart. I don't know what his sign is, but anyways. Let's go ahead and get to Intuition Cat for the month of April. For the month of April. Oop, I'm not taking that, but what was it? Was that the Four of Cups? No, it's the Ace of Pentacles. Oh. For Intuition Cat for Sagittarius energy. Ooh. What is this about for these lovely Sagittariuses? What is this about? I have dance the night away. Maybe I'll need to go dancing. Anyways, I have channeled Eddie Van Halen before, and he's a wonderful energy to channel. He's an Aquarius, too, because I'm an Aquarius. But anyways, maybe y'all got an Aquarius in your life, or maybe you are an Aquarius. Anyways. Ooh, babe, won't ya turn and look my way? Dance the night away. I did feel Gemini energy with that Lovers card. Nine of Swords, the Lovers, the Ten of Wands. Oops. The Nine of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Wands. And if I can flip it over. And the Strength card. Isn't that funny? How when I started this reading, at the very beginning of the meditation, I mentioned the Strength card. And here we are. Got the Strength card out physically, and it's Leo energy with the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Swords on the bottom. Okay, so I feel like with this intuition... Okay, so for some of y'all, during the month of April, this is kind of like a lesson. A lot of these readings have been like lessons you're going to learn, or guidance, or heads up, more than it's been about anyone else in your life. It's been all about you. And I feel like for Sagittarius, I feel like with this Nine of Swords and this Lovers card and the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Cups, first of all, starting with the 9, ending with the 9 in the top row, but it's from negative to a positive, is actually very good. You see, when it comes to the Nine of Swords, it always reminds me of Dark Night of the Soul, and it's not always meant to last forever, okay, Sagittarius? And I feel like that with this clarifying intuition cat, I feel like that your guides are trying to explain to you that if you're not emotionally right, which a lot of you know this, if you are not right emotionally and you are not calm, you are unable to tap into your intuition correctly, because some of you might accidentally be mixing intuition with emotions, right? It happens to everyone. Now, that's just for a few of you. Now, for the rest of you, I feel like that some of you may have been pushing aside emotions and not fully processing emotions that have been carrying around with you, especially when it comes to... What the hell? Sorry, my guide said something about older male 40s. So that could be a partner or could be a relative, anyways, that you need to heal from. But moving forward, I do feel like that for some of you, you may be like pushing that aside. I feel like that your guides are trying to explain to you that during the month of April, especially if it's a family member, there's this need to leave, like, because Nine of Swords isn't just sadness and sleepless nights, it's also like anxiety and stress. And so I feel like that your guys are trying to explain to you that the best thing to do is to face it head on, if it's the second energy that I was talking about. Because if you face it head on and you just allow it to just be, I have Just Let It Go, Just Let It Be, that song in my head. I forgot who sings that. I feel like that you'd be surprised by the outcome. I feel like that also if you allow yourself to approach situations with more positivity and excitement, like let's say it's a situation that does stress you out, it annoys you, it pisses you off, right? It gets your goad going, it grinds your gears, whatever, right? Instead of allowing it to consume you, it's kind of like releasing that energy and maintaining your own vibration. I feel like that during the month of April, you're going to be harnessing how to maintain your own vibration, which does include, yes, your emotions. What are you going to allow to have power over you? Are you going to surrender to the universe and realize that the only person that has power over you is you. The only person that has strength over you is you. The only person that could change you is you. And yeah, exactly. Are you going to allow that? A Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles. It's kind of like, do you see how that cup is pouring into its own cup of that in that Temperance card? It's kind of, there we go. It's kind of like pouring into your own energy, Sagittarius. Are you going to allow that to happen? Are you going to keep pouring into your cup, or are you going to sit there and spill yourself, not keep your cards to yourself because of outside circumstances? I also feel like that. Oh, goodness. This is interesting progression. So from now until Gemini season, which is in May, I cannot deny that there are two very intense love cards right in front of me. So we have the Lovers, and underneath that we have the Two of Cups. So I feel like that Sagittarius, between now and Gemini season, I feel like that there's going to be a shift in your love life. I do feel like that there's going to be an opportunity. Like, it's kind of like, excuse me, the universe has been trying to get you on this path, especially let this ring through for single Sagittarius. This could also be if you're in a relationship, but in a different area, but just due to timing and whatnot, because we are at 26 minutes, I am going to focus on the single Sagittarius, but take what resonates, leave the rest. Doesn't apply. Check out your other placements. Here's the thing, though, Sagittarius, is that the universe, especially if you're single, has been trying to get you on the right frequency for a new relationship. But if you are feeling left out or negative energies in your heart chakra, some of you have already released it, and it's just maintaining the frequency of joy, being positive, knowing that love is for you, knowing that you love yourself and whatnot. Good for you. Maintain that frequency. Now, if you haven't released that burden, you're being called to release that burden. Any heartache in the past, the universe is trying to make it so that you don't relive it again. Do you understand? So in order to not relive it again, you got to let it be out of your vibration. Anyways, now besides that, and also if that is relating to a friend or a family member, I'm being told that it all comes down to trust. So they're saying to take what I just said and apply it to that relationship. It's like if you keep expecting it, if you keep expecting it, you'll keep accepting it. And the universe is like, no, you accept it before it shows up in your physical world. You accept it before it shows up in your 3D. So it's kind of like if you holy motherfucker, if you expect it in your mind and then you accept it in your mind, you will expect it and accept it in the physical. So save yourself the stress and focus on what you do. Focus on what you do want, and when you think about how you feel about relationships. Full moon in Libra is coming up, perfect time. Think about how you feel in relationships. How do you feel in relationships? Well, with the Nine of Cups instead of the Nine of Swords, I feel successful. I feel happy. I feel joyful. Fill each damn cup. Write out 9 things that make you feel good about relationships. Anyways, but you're being asked to be able to, remember what you've learned, and also allow yourself to remember what you deserve. Hey, remember what you learned and remember what you deserve. Anyways, go ahead and pull a couple cards for guidance. Infinite. I hope you saw the beginning of this Infinite, because it really was random. I couldn't get that song out of my head. Of course, I don't remember what the song was now. That song was annoying the shit out of me. I couldn't get it out of my head. I do like Van Halen, but anyways, discipline. I could accomplish what I set my mind to. I could accomplish what I set my mind to. I could accomplish what I set my mind to. Now, envy, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. And acceptance, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Anyways, that was a beautiful reading. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Thank you so much and enjoy your Thursday or Wednesday. Bye.